Hello and welcome to the Nobody's podcast.
Two nobodies talking absolute nonsense about absolute nonsense.
So Dave, you started a new job last week. How you been getting on? Enjoying it?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. It's okay. I've been thrown in at the deep end. It's a driving job.
Yeah.
I basically work for a recovery. They do insurance claims. Yeah. So I'll go. This car could be, or this van or truck or whatever could be in Manchester, for example. I will go up there early morning, go and get it, bring it down. It will get fixed, and then I take it back. I've heard good things about it. I've seen a couple of cars up there. So, for example, we had a Porsche GT3 RS in, which a guy had to buy 2 Porsche Taycans for, because you can't just buy petrol Porsches outright anymore. You have to have had at least 10 Porsches prior, or you have to buy 2 of their top end Porsches to get a petrol Porsche.
So it's a bit like the only, I don't know much about cars. So you clearly the listeners they will figure out as we go through our through our podcast journey. You are the car guy. I'm not so. So the only way I can really, I suppose, understand what you're saying there with regards to the Porsche thing. It's a bit like expensive watches, for example. So like Rolex, you can't just go into a Rolex boutique and buy a Rolex Sky Dweller, for example, or they're kind of like, you have to buy the shitty basic ones. So I appreciate it's a Rolex, so it's not going to be shitty.
Yeah,
but in comparison,
good choice of words.
Yeah, but in comparison, you can't just go and buy the one you want. You have to either buy second hand or the second hand market, which I think is actually sometimes cheaper because people buy it off I think they call it the grey market or something. But yeah, effectively you have to so you have to buy like the base model, and then you may have to buy like a basic like a basic Hulk, for example. I can't remember what it's called, not the Submariner. You may have to buy a basic one of them to eventually get to the one that you actually want. So you've already spent 30-40 grand on a couple of watches before you can then spend the 50 grand or the 30 grand you originally wanted to spend on the watch that you actually like.
Yeah. But it's exactly like that. So that went back today, actually.
Yeah.
So this guy, so he's bought 2 Taycans to get this car, and it's a machine. I think it's 2.5 tons or 3 tons of downforce. It's just insane. It looks like a Batmobile.
I thought you were going to say that was the weight of the car.
No. The GT3 RS is you know the term. It sticks like shit to a blanket. It does literally.
I was thinking more shit off a shovel, but close enough.
Yeah. Well, the downforce on it is so much that the thing would almost caves in half. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that went back, but the boss took that back because obviously. He's not gonna trust me with a GT3 RS, is he?
Well, in your first week? No. Probably not. Yeah, let's get the new boy out. Let's get him. He can go on his own up to Manchester. Yeah, off you go, Dave. You go, mate. Yeah. Bring back the Porsche. Try not to damage it in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Off you go, son. You do you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Drive it like Miss Daisy. Yeah, that's gonna happen, isn't it? Yeah. But anyway, so that was there. So that was cool. They've got everything there. Yeah. They've got laser Hawkeye, so laser wheel alignment, which is like, you know, again, that's quite geeky car stuff. But if you want a decent wheel alignment and you want good fuel economy, they've got that.
What's wrong with the old? The old
motorsport one with the strings.
No, the old, you know, I'm thinking of tracking. You know, where they used to put the old weights. So you would put the tire. When you did the wheel, when you changed the tire, you put the rim on the machine thing. I should know because I was a level 1 mechanic, don't you know?
Yeah. As in in the building?
No. I'm level 1 MVQ qualified mechanic. Admittedly, on one of the days, at college, I changed the brakes of the car. When I took it off the van, the brakes didn't work. But anyway, I digress.
Employee of the month.
Well, this was at college, so it wasn't too bad. But you must remember, like if you ever went with your parents to get that to change the tyres, and they used to put the old like little metal kind of like stamp things, and you'd have like to kind of balance the tyres. They don't do it now, but
no, they do balance it. Yeah, I think they're probably.
But they don't use the weights anymore. I don't think.
I wouldn't know, but anyway, they've got all that. They've got Yeah, they've got Astons in there and all sorts. So my hope is, so this week I've been a bit like a little kid with Tonka toys.
Yeah, I bet you are.
So I went to London. I picked up an ambulance, not a Blues and Twos ambulance, sort of a local ambulance.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was quite fun. And then I went to pick up a welfare van, which is the things they have on site. So like they're all long wheelbase.
Yeah.
So I'm in the arse end of Guildford, in the middle of nowhere, doing these tight country lanes in this long welfare truck that weighs 3 tons. So, but it was quite fun because obviously I'm having to look ahead, which so I'm looking at a corner. I'm like, right, this is a tight left-hander, so I have to go over to the right and sort of go around to the left and find the right gear because it's manual and stuff like that. So it's quite engaging, like which I didn't think it would be. And yeah, so my hope is I'm going to get in a few decent cars. Some of the lads have said to me now they know that I'm a petrol head. Yeah. They will try and give me, the nicer cars. And I mean, today, for example, I went down to Pompey.
Oh yeah. Didn't you go there recently? Didn't your lovely wife have a quarter? Didn't you go a little wander around there recently?
I did. Yeah, I had a day out with myself. I went to see HMS Victory.
I'm sure we'll get onto that at some point. But like I say, I haven't seen you all week, so I'm actually genuinely interested to find out how you're getting on with your new job. And, and is it just obviously I know you said obviously they do. I suppose what would be deemed as sports cars, supercars, and you're kind of like executive cars. I know you've been. Yeah. I know you're the new boy. They're not going to give you like say an Aston Martin to drive.
Oh, well, it's called that on my first day.
But yeah, so I appreciate you've only really had the vans and stuff. The stuff that if you dink them a little bit, probably isn't too tragic compared to getting a slight little scuff on a wing of an Aston. Yeah. So I'm assuming do they recover all cars effectively, or do they kind of specialise in stuff or is it kind of like they get a call, right, Bob, you've got to go and get this car from Manchester. It's a Ford Focus, or is that too low of a range of vehicle that it's not worth the money they're going to get to recover it isn't worth the travel. See what I mean?
Yeah, so it's literally everything. It's everything. But what I have found is it's usually, for example, say a CEO's son of a company, and he'll have I don't know, an M3 or something, or a little Mini Cooper John Works thing, and that type of thing. Yeah. Sometimes it's a basic car, like or whatever, or a company car. That we do company cars, but it's literally anything up to 3 ton. Yeah. I go and get anything up to 3 ton. If it's more than that, it gets recovered. Yeah. On a lorry. I don't have anything bigger than a 3 ton. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, so that was another thing I was going to ask you actually. I know you said obviously you drive the vans, but so unless it's bigger than a certain size, regardless of what it is. So what do you do? So how do you? So do you generally work in twos then? So one lad drives like the recovery truck, for example, to the place, and then the other bod then drives the car back to wherever it needs to go. Yeah. Fine, yeah, because I suppose otherwise you'd have to get like the train to Manchester, for example. Which does happen.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Yeah.
That has happened. One of the office staff said to me. That does happen because obviously luckily with Edenbridge you can literally get anywhere in the country on the trains because you've got one train that goes to Red Hill and from there you can get down to the West Country or you can get up to London and also you can go across country here so you can get to Tunbridge and stuff, so sometimes train is viable. It's called a chase. So which is like a police chase. So I'll pick up the van like with the Lowry one the other day. It's a company that I picked up the welfare thing from them, and I had a guy called Darren with me, and he was in the chase car. So he was following me, and sometimes it's the other way around. Yeah. It's still a chase, whatever happens. Yeah, it's because obviously you're following each other. Like if you go on holiday with your family and you're following them, you say, oh, you follow me, and you're in a foreign country, and so you follow each other or whatever. That's
convoy, going convoy.
A convoy, a chase, yeah. So that happens. So it's called you get a 2-manner, you get a 3-manner. So for example, if we're picking up 2 vans, we'll go up in, I don't know, a Vauxhall Astra, and one of us will stay in the Vauxhall Astra, and the other 2 will go and get the 2 separate vans, and that's how you do it. So so it's generally speaking, the long haul ones is one person and it's an all day. So for example, someone tomorrow it's 4.5 hours to Blackburn, good traffic.
Yeah.
So that guy is out all day,
yeah.
just and that's without stops. So he's going to have a 9-hour day.
Yeah.
Irrelevant of anything else.
Yeah.
It's a straight away a 9-hour day.
Yeah.
But obviously locally, you know, the other day I went to Essex, and then I went to Cambridge, and then I went to Essex, and then I went to Guildford, because they're all sort of within
all kind of within like a 40, 50 mile radius of each other kind of thing. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough about me. How's your week been?
Well, my week is really the tale of two stories, to be completely honest. Right. Because the like I said, Monday as the week starts generally.
Best day of the week.
Well, I don't know about that. it wasn't the fucking best day of the week for me. Let me tell you that.
Right.
So Monday morning, getting ready for work, getting the kids up, and like I said, I take the kids to school in the morning, and then it's pretty much on my way to work. So I drop my little girl off at a friend's house. She then walks to school with our friend and his kids, and then I drop Connor off at secondary school, because it's on my way to work. It's like kind of like a little jink. It's a little like 2-minute detour. So getting ready for school, blah blah blah. We're running a little bit late, because you know what kids are like. They don't want to get up in the morning. Don't want to get ready, because you know they can be little bastards in the morning. To put it nicely. It's all frosty, it's cold, and you know, everyone, no one wants to go. I don't want to go to work. The kids don't want to go to school. So we get in the car, and unlike you, who is a car person and will, you know, keep an eye on their car and look after their car, and you know, the car for you is something that is not sacred, but is something that you enjoy, you like. I'm not really bothered, to be completely honest. If something is breaking, when it's broken, I'll fix it. And that came to bite me on the arse on Monday morning, because my fucking battery went flat and wouldn't start. So the car wouldn't start. So I've got the kids in the car, so I have to get them indoors, get the missus. She has to get out of bed and take the kids to school while I wait for a recovery truck to come. The recovery guy turns up, opens the bonnet, and I said to him on the phone, I'm pretty sure it's just a flat battery.
Yeah.
Like, and to be fair, we probably, I suppose the only benefit is we don't have to pay. It's free recovery. They come out and
that's decent. Yeah.
And if it's part of our insurance, and if there's an issue, they'll tow it to a garage of your choice. So that's fine. But I already had an inkling it would be the battery, because when I was turning the engine, it wasn't the starter motor wasn't even engaged, and it was just like clicking, like an electrical clicking. So the guy gets there, so he rings me up. I go outside and opens up the bonnet, and he's got his little tong things and his little battery pack. Gets the battery going, and all fine, all good. It's like, to give it 10 minutes, and then I suggest you piss off and get a new battery. So that's fine. I cheekily said to the guy, because obviously I just went outside, and I said to him, if I turn it off now, will it start again? He's like, no.
No, yeah, definitely.
It was like, no. So I said, do you mind standing by my car while I quickly run back indoors and get my bits and bobs, because I'm gonna have to go to work after this. Yeah. So he does his thing. I drive over to the local car store. I won't name the brand, because to be fair, the next bit about the story probably doesn't show them in the best light.
Right, okay,
so I walk into the shop. I'm sure people will know who I'm talking about. It's quite a big brand. They do lots of things. It's not just carpets. It's bikes and all that kind of stuff, and whatever it may be. And so I go in there, say to the little chavvy behind the counter, I need to get a new battery. Is there anyone available that can change it? He's like, yeah, no, give me a couple of minutes, fill out this form, and what battery do you want? And I said, well, I'm not going to go for that one.
You're making him sound incredibly upbeat. Was he like that?
To be fair, he was a nice lad, covered in tattoos, nice lad. And
okay.
He was though, like that. He was a nice lad. So he goes to me, do you want the cheap one? Or not the cheap one, because it was I think the one I bought was still £102, 137 quid.
There's no such thing, yeah.
137 quid it cost me. But so he comes outside, opens the bonnet, pulls because my battery's got like a case around it, don't know why. So pulls that off, and then where you've got the positive and the earth, around the positive, this is probably why the battery went flat. Around the positive, battery had been leaking, and it solidified around the nodule. And the guy goes to me, scratches his head. He's like, how the fuck's that happened? I've never seen that before. And then I said, well, probably don't want to look at the brand. That's probably not a good showing. Which I thought was quite amusing. And he laughed, to be fair, because it's kind of like, yeah, I kind of see your point. You've come back with a battery from this place, and I've never seen that. And it's a battery that my company sell.
Yeah,
So he changed it all off. So he changed the battery and it was fine, and I paid for it. You know, cost me 137 quid.
Yeah.
And then so I start the car up and fill my vape, go to drive off. But obviously, where he changed the battery, it just reset everything. So I had a random. I had a random.
Oh, this day's getting better. Sorry, mate.
So it reset everything, but not for long. So I had to change the clock. The clock was wrong. And
Did you still have your Josh 22222 for your phone?
Yeah, that was fine. Yeah. But don't get me started.
Sorry.
I can't delete the different. My stupid car. Whenever I put a new phone on it, it won't, because the other phones have got a phone book, even though they haven't been connected to my car for about 2 years, it won't let me delete them. And then so I'm effectively, every time I put it on, it's Josh's phone 2, Josh's phone 22, Josh's phone 222, so on and so forth. I can't delete it. I don't want to reset it just in case it fucks it. I just can't be dealing with it. But anyway,
sorry, mate. Yeah, carry on.
So I start the car, but obviously it's reset everything. So I have to change the clock. I have to reprogram my window. So I have to push them all the way down, put them all back up again, because otherwise it won't do the little, where you press the button and it goes down all the way, and you can it does it automatically, and you can stop it where you want to stop it. So I have to do that. But then what really freaked me out, because I wasn't expecting, so as I drove out of the little house thing that they make you park under, where it reset the ECU. For some reason, it turned off the power steering. So I'm trying to drive out this car park, and I've got
like you're in the 80s.
Like this, driving around the car park, and then after like 30 seconds, it just like reset itself, and like the other sensor that had come on disappeared, and it's been working fine ever since. But I called my dad, and I said to him, like, "Is that normal?" And he was like, "No, that isn't fucking normal. I've got no idea why I did that. Is it fine?" And I was like, "Yes, it was fine.
Dangerous.
It was fine after like 30 seconds. It just reset itself. But when I had the last battery change, whenever that was, like a year or two ago, I don't remember it doing that. So it was really odd, and it kind of like as I saw this random light on my dashboard. I thought, "What is that?" I didn't know what it was, and then obviously when I started driving away, and I'm like this and this, trying to turn. Oh, that's the power steering. Hopefully that comes back on. Or this is going to be a long drive to work. So that was the start of my week. But my week is gradually getting better. So like Monday, Tuesday, or Monday was a write-off because I got to work late, busy at work, got the got a headache, starving, hungry.
German engineering, catching you out again.
German engineering, fucking me over. They're supposed to be the best. You can't. My dad has told me for years, buy a German car, son, you can't go wrong. Buy a German car, son, you can't go wrong. No, they don't go wrong. Well, mine's fucking gone wrong, Dad. And the German engineer that, to be fair, built my car 15 years ago, we'll let him off. You know, I appreciate I haven't looked after it. So, but the German engineer that built my car can fuck himself. But anyway, so my week's been slowly getting better. So Tuesday, fine. Wednesday, not too bad. But so my week is getting better. Like I say, Thursday this week. So we're recording this on a Wednesday. So tomorrow. So this will be last week when the listeners listen to it. So Thursday this week I'm getting my next tattoo. So
another one.
Another one. Yeah. So admittedly, I've kind of it's actually. It's the missus's birthday next week. I know I said last week it was my son's birthday. It's now the missus's birthday. Their birthdays are a week apart. So it's her birthday. She's getting a tattoo as well. So I have effectively almost kind of
felt left out.
No, not felt left out, because we were always going to get a tattoo each on the same day. But my plan is, because hers is probably going to be slightly smaller than mine, and less detailed. So I've kind of said, I'll get you a tattoo for your birthday, babe. Don't worry about that. I'll pay for your tattoo. Yeah. And I've booked out a day so I can get my tattoo as well. Yeah. I want to get a couple of bits and pieces on my arm, my gaps filled. And if there's any more time, depending on how long that takes, I've always said to Jack, my tattoo artist in Edenbridge, that I've got another idea of what I want to get. So I might even get a couple of tattoos on this arm as well. Right. So admittedly,
Jack's a good lad, isn't he?
He's a great lad. And if anyone is listening in the Edenbridge area and they're looking for a tattoo, you can't go wrong with Jack at the tattoo shop in 1709 in Edenbridge. You can't go wrong. Absolutely, like top, like the guy is just
he's
insanely talented. It's just an absolute joke.
And he's a top bloke. Like, and the people in there are lovely. The shop is great. He does a lot for the area. He raised, how much did he raise? Was it $6,000 in the end?
Recently, so back in September, I did a tattoo day, which we went down. You got your first tattoo.
My first tattoo.
Your little bumblebee.
A little homage to my wife.
But he's a good lad, Jack, and like I said, I'm looking forward to getting. I'm looking forward to getting into the chair and getting my tattoo done. I'm not looking forward to the pain. No pain, no gain, I suppose.
Hey, you got any more cliches in your back pocket?
I'm sure I probably do.
Yeah, no, you and me both, mate. I'll just have a.
But yeah, like I say, anyone looking for a tattoo, Jack at 1709 in Edenbridge, can't go wrong. Honestly, best in the business, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's great.
But
sorry, mate. Carry on. So
we're getting our tattoos this week.
Yeah.
And like I said, obviously, I got my first tattoo just over a year ago, actually. So up until the age of 34, I had nothing.
But also money. You know, we're kids, and we have kids. And cars and bits and pieces. So sorry, mate, but carry on.
But to be fair, like I said, I've always wanted tattoos, and over the years, when I was in my 20s, I wanted tattoos, and just one, didn't have the money, and just didn't have the bottle. I was you think it's just going to be this excruciating pain, and obviously in certain places it is going to be like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. But at the same time, it's nowhere near as bad as you think it's going to be. And I saw something the other day, actually. There was like a little article, I think it was on like Facebook or something, about this lady. She was looking to get her tattoos. So she got loads of tattoos in like her 20s.
Right.
And she was like, and basically what she was saying, like, I got all these stupid tattoos when I was 20. Before I knew who I was, she was like, back then I was like a goth girl and this, that, and the other. Whereas like now I'm in my 30s, I'm 33, 34. Yeah. I'm a bit more, instead of black hair, I've got blonde hair. Instead of wearing shit collector jeans, I've got nice dresses on. But I've got tattoos that I thought was cool and fit her when she was 20 or in her 20s. Whereas like now, don't get me wrong, she's still got tattoos that she loves, but she's she almost regrets getting tattoos at such a young age because naturally you're growing up, and you're going to learn new things. You may not have kids or a family then. You may not be settled in a job or a career that you want. Yeah. And so the fact that I waited till I was 35 to get my tattoos, and ever since I've practically got one every other month since then.
You do get addicted, don't you?
It is addictive, and there's always a new idea. There's always something that you find that you love. But unlike my dad, so my dad, for example, like my mum's got tattoos, and she's got, like I say, since I've got more, or since I've got mine and then got more, she's kind of got the bug again. She's like she's in her late 50s, early 60s now, and she's got the bug, so she's getting more tattoos. And obviously my house. Yeah, hi mum. My she'll love that. when she's on the train home from work, she'll love that. Little shout out to Carol. We love you, mum.
One of my most favourite people in the world.
There you go. He's talking bollocks, man.
I'm not talking bollocks.
I've always wanted tattoos, and like I said, bit the bullet last year, and have been hooked ever since. Yeah. But like I said, but again, like yourself, Johnny, you got your first tattoo this year, and obviously your wife got her first.
And I was immediately messaging you back and forth with new tattoo ideas.
But it's so addictive, and this is the thing. This is what I worry about, because I tell myself, right, I'm not going to get any more. And then, like I said, I saw something the other day. I thought, I love that, and so I'm trying to slow myself down. I've got an idea of how many I want to have and how many I want to get. I don't want to be covered. No. Like I want to get. There's a couple more I want to get. I might want to get something across my chest. But
what I would say is that, like you say, circling back to what you were saying, that you've waited a long time. You thought about it for a while. Same as me. And I always said, if I'm doing my tattoos, if I'm getting them, I want to get something that means something to me, and you can vouch for that. I've always said that, right? And so I'm similar age. I'm a year older than you, and that's what I've done.
A year and a half, actually.
A year and a half then, and that's what I've done. I've got that. I mean, I've always had an affinity for bumblebees. Anyway, my nan and granddad had a lavender plant in their garden. I used to love seeing them in the garden and stuff. So I've always loved them since I was a kid, and it just so happens, obviously, the nickname for Nad, because obviously Nad's always doing stuff, is Busy Bee. Yeah. And so that is why this is my first tattoo. Now going on from there, but everyone I get after this will be the same. And the same with you with yours. it looks cool. By the way, I've told you this anyway. But also, it's the stuff that you're into.
Yeah.
It's well done, and yeah. But maybe you do have to sort of be conscious of, okay, I need to, because you are in danger of. I mean, you're getting the gaps filled in tomorrow. So you are in danger of, getting to the point where you don't want any more, and then you might see another design and think, shit, I can't go any further. So definitely make sure.
I appreciate that, and I do get that, and that's kind of why I've always been like my pet peeve with it when it comes to tattoos is I hate it when you see people that have just got stuff that means absolutely nothing. It's just a random tattoo. Like, don't get me wrong. If that's what you want to do, then that's absolutely fine. Yeah. But for me personally, I think if you're going to have something on your body for the rest of your life, like when I'm 70 or when I'm 80 and I'm all wrinkly and old, like I still want to be able to look at my arm and think I absolutely love that.
Yeah. And sort of peel up the skin.
Kind of like pull the skin tight and be like, is that? Is that still Zeus? I don't know. I can't tell. He's got a droopy eye now. But yeah, like
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Go on.
But I think if you're going to put something on your body permanently, then, I appreciate you can get it lasered off and what have you. And I'm sure when I'm 70, it will be a lot more advanced. But I don't ever want to get to the point where I think actually I don't like it anymore. I want to get to that's why I think if you get something that means something to you, I appreciate that my sleeve is Greek gods, so that there's not there's not a personal or a family connection, but it's something I've always loved and been into. I've always loved mythology.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if I'm going to obviously get, but mine I'll probably have something Viking or something Saxon, and, because I've always been into that, and also looking into my DNA, I have Norman, I have a Norwegian and stuff like that. So it's something I'm interested in, and it's something I've always been interested in, which is history, and so have you. Like,
I love history. I did history at GCSE.
Yeah, history games. We've always been. I mean, most of the games you've ever played have been history based. We spent years playing Medal of Honor, and then obviously which was one of the first games we played, wasn't it?
I used to love those games.
Such a good game.
Like quick.
I appreciate that's not Greek.
No,
mythology,
but quick side note, like I used to when we were kids, like Medal of Honor and like the original Call of Duties. Yeah. Like I used to love like the World War II games, it was just it was just so immersive and so it was just I'm as I said last week, I'm a massive gamer. I'm a closet gamer and a closet geek, but I'm a massive gamer.
Closet gamer is very close to other stuff, but
well,
just saying. I mean, if that caption goes wrong again, it's going to be closet gay instead of closet gamer.
Yeah, well,
sorry, but carry on, mate.
Sorry, always open. Every once got to try everything once, didn't you? But I'm a massive gamer, and I've always loved whenever Call of Duty, for example, because they went through a period where they did where they did you'd have a modern warfare and then an old school modern warfare, and then they would do they got closer together in time, but there was generally a World War II one. And for me,
horses for courses.
Yeah, and for me personally, they are always the best ones. I just think it's so cool. I appreciate obviously the idea of war isn't cool and it shouldn't be glamorized, but those games were just I love history. So I love the fact that you're put into what was. I appreciate it's going to be fabricated slightly because it's got to be immersive. It's got to be eye-catching. I get that, but like I said, I just love learning the history. How loose, it doesn't matter how loose it is. Of these SAS soldiers, or this platoon, or this crack team of American soldiers, going behind enemy lines and doing what was a real mission. Yeah. And I just think I just love it. But like I said, we're going back for tattoos. I'm a bit of a hypocrite, to be completely honest.
Circling
back to tattoos. I am a bit of a hypocrite.
No, really?
No. Yeah. I am. I admit it. I am. I'm a hypocrit. I've always said, right?
I've never noticed.
I've always said that tattoos on men's legs look horrendous because naturally men are all hairy, generally speaking, and I just don't think tattoos on men's legs look nice. Not that I'm looking.
Unless they're a cyclist.
But the reason why I'm a hypocrite because I've said this since day dot.
Right.
At that charity day, I got a tattoo on my leg.
Yeah.
So I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. But the reason why I say this is because it may well be stereotypical, but like if you see like a man and he's got his arms done and his chest and his back, whatever it may be, obviously it helps if he's a bit muscly. Yeah. It looks good. Like you can understand like the sex appeal. You can understand why women think he looks nice.
Yeah. He looks double hard.
Looks double hard geezer.
Not only can he turn you into a pretzel, right, he can sit there for 8 hours and just go through loads of pain. Know what I mean? He just throws people through windows for fun.
but yeah, circling back to my point, where it's like women, for example, like I said, like if you saw a woman with like a full sleeve or like tattoos up here, you would probably
So we're talking tattoos still.
Tattoos, tattoos.
Sorry.
Subconsciously, you might well think it's a bit butch, it's a bit manly. Whereas if I see a woman with like tattoo, like she could have full leg sleeve, it could be the devil on there. Fuck me, is that sexy? That,
do you want to sit? Do you want to sit back? You sat to attention then. Okay? You want to calm down, son.
I said to the missus, you get as many tattoos on your legs as you like. Yeah. Don't care what it is. Yeah. Because I just think because naturally, obviously, most women will have obviously bigger hips than men, childbearing hips for the most part. They've got the nice feminine legs.
If they choose to have
children.
If they choose to have children, and not follow a career.
Yeah. All right, fucking what are you? The equality
police. The social police.
Fuck me.
We just have to say that now, because there's no assumptions. You can't say childbearing hips anymore.
Okay,
can you?
Wide hips, skinny hips,
full figured,
hourglass, peach, whatever you want to call it. I don't.
It's not Mario. Anyway, I get what you mean. I'm just touching on that. They might not want children. But anyway,
fine.
Back to your story.
That's fine. No one is obligated to have children. All I'm saying is I think, me personally, I think tattoos on like leg tattoos on women is incredible, and obviously it helps that if the person is really fit, obviously that helps a lot more. Yeah. But generally speaking, I think tattoos, whether you're big, small, large, small, like I said, big, fat, skinny, it doesn't matter. Big, large, tall, skin, whatever. I just think...
We're going through Costa Cup sizes now,
I don't want to get chastised for not covering all bases. So whether you're tall, small, wide or slim...
Whether you're all about that bass and no treble...
Yeah.
Or whether you're... or whether you're as light as a feather...
Come on then.
Or whether you're as light as a feather, you can have tattoos.
And if you're a woman and you've got leg tattoos, they are very nice.
And you're allowed to have children if you want.
If you want. No, there's no obligation. Women are entitled to a career nowadays.
In this country, at least. Anyway, carrying on.
But yeah.
I have to agree with you because a little bit of a secret thing about me that you probably know. I quite like a strong woman. I quite like a strong-willed woman.
Like a big muscly man, mum.
No, I mean like strong as in men. Oh no, I don't want to be cuddled to sleep. I mean like mentally strong and just about. Obviously, Nad is a very strong woman.
Strong, independent woman.
Yes.
Not strong as in.
No, not strong as in get me in a headlock and make me pass out.
Beat you up.
Just strong as in
Yeah, she's a strong, independent woman. Exactly. Strong female role model.
Exactly. So that feeds into a similar thing for me with tattoos. But for me, it has to be tastefully done.
Yeah.
Which moves on to my next point, which is how do you feel about how that's happening at the moment with all the tattoos going on the face? Because that for me is a bit weird.
If you are a tattoo artist, fair enough.
Oh yeah, you're a canvas.
Yeah, I would expect you to have tattoos, face tattoos. But if you're John from the estate and you work down at Tesco's and you've got a face tattoo, you're a bellend, mate.
You look like you drive an SUV and shot the kids.
Oh, it's just like
you look like you shot in Wee, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
Probably are.
Like each to your own. Like who am I to judge? Don't get me wrong, but I just think why this again going back to I suppose my tattoo mantra. If you will. Ooh. Oh, I know. We're getting good.
Well, that sounds like that can be on a t-shirt. Merch incoming.
Yeah, merch
tattoo. Oh, that's a good name for a band.
Tattoo mantra.
Tattoo mantra.
We'll have to. What do they call it? We'll have to trademark that.
We'll trademark that.
No one steal that.
No.
I'm sure no one will.
No one's going to steal that.
We'll get the website for that. But yeah, but I suppose my tattoo mantra. I've said the same to my kids because if they want to get tattoos as well, I've said to them like my mantra is below the collar line, below the cuff line.
Yeah.
So the fact that, like I say, if you work, you could be a lawyer, you could be a police officer, you could be any job in the world.
Yeah.
Like if you need to cover up, you can.
Yeah.
If you've got tattoos coming up the side of your neck, on your face, on your hands, you can't cover them. And I appreciate tattoos. The stigma on tattoos is nowhere near as bad as it was in like my dad's generation. Like my dad can appreciate the beauty and the art and the craftsmanship and how skilled my tattoo artist is.
Yeah.
But my dad doesn't like my tattoos. He just when I got my first one, and it was only a small.
Well, how is he supposed to get into heaven if you've got tattoos?
I don't know.
That's it. Apparently, if you tattoo yourself, or is that the Jewish faith?
I've got fucking no idea.
You're neither, so it doesn't matter.
No.
Sorry, mate, I interrupted.
Like I said, I suppose my dad's of that generation where tattoos were very taboo. They were, criminal. Like, if you had a tattoo, you was probably a bit of Jack, a bit of geezer. Does a little bit of Charlie on the side, bruv, and then knocks out some random chavvy at a pub.
Yeah.
After he's shotted some weed.
Goes down to the wall at the weekend.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Has his pie and mash.
As a scrap.
Yeah,
Geezer.
as a scrap. Goes, throws his missus around a little bit, you know what I mean? Gives her a black eye, gives the kids a black eye, then goes out again, you know what I mean?
No, I mean, geezer, South End. But
drives his Vauxhall GTE, smash around, you know what I mean? Wrong way round about that.
Geezer. And so like I say, so my dad, like I said, he loves the craftsmanship. My dad appreciates the beauty.
Yeah,
but he's
he also appreciates metal.
Yeah,
as well. Yeah.
That's
a different story.
But my dad's like, why have you branded yourself? Like, you fucking idiot. Like, why have you done that? Like, my dad has never liked my mum's tattoos. He's just begrudgingly let my mum. I say let my mum get tattoos. That sounds really bad.
Let your mum. She's talking about turning people into pretzels, mate. If he tried to stop her, she'd probably throw him out the window.
But like my dad's begrudgingly has kind of like gotten over the fact that my mum's got tattoos.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't like them. Like I say, he can appreciate the craftsmanship, the beauty, and so on and so forth. But it's not for him.
No.
He would never get one done ever. And it's like, and he says, like, why the fuck have you done that?
Fair enough.
But I just think unless you're unless you're a tattoo artist, you're a celebrity, a bouncer maybe, something
an
like,
influencer.
Yeah, but a bit like us, influencers.
Yeah, that's a loose term, mate.
Yeah. We don't
Maybe
fucking
one
influence
day.
it. I can't even influence my kids, let alone random people online. Like, unless you've got a job where you're like, it isn't a traditional job, like customer facing or anything to do with like money or sales or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just don't know why you would like. For me personally, like I say, below the collar, below the cuff, job done. If like I said, it doesn't matter what I do. If I go to a wedding or if I'm out with my mates or if I'm going somewhere that's a bit upmarket, a bit posh, which I don't do very often, admittedly. But like, but if I'm doing anything like that, or if there's a dress code, like you would never know. Like if I'm wearing a hoodie or a jumper, you would never know.
You can blend into both worlds.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're covering yourself, sorry to cut in. If you're covering yourself all over, you are in just the one clan, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
You've painted yourself into a corner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with that. But I don't know if that's old hat, the way that we look at things, because obviously we're getting on a bit. And the thing is, people. There's the irony. Remember I said to you last week about the irony with the way they dress and stuff, and they just and not giving a shit. Self-preservation is in their interest. They're looking out for them. Everyone needs to look out for themselves.
Yeah,
and Nad said to me once, everyone's out for themselves a little bit. It's just how much, which is one of my favourite sayings, and that comes from my wife.
Well, you've got to be. Like, you've got to be out for yourself.
But they seem to be, completely out for themselves, and so that obviously feeds into, well, I'm going to do what I like.
Yeah.
I'm going to get,
teardrop.
get a teardrop, even though I've not killed anything in my life. You
No.
know, I accidentally ran over a rabbit once.
And cried.
Yeah. So I get tattooed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes me odd.
If I got teardrops for every animal that I'd accidentally killed, I'd be down here. Like it's like, do you know what I mean? Like every time you've trodden a snail or run over a rabbit.
I suppose if you count every bit of loss of life, yeah. But I suppose if you're that way inclined, you would count every loss of life, wouldn't you? If you're a vegan, I stepped on a snail. Oh
no!
Oh, Jack, do another teardrop for me. Let me cry one out and you can tattoo it.
Yeah, do the outline as it comes down the cheek.
Let me bottle it up. Rabbit.
Oh, I fucking hate those people.
Yeah,
oh my
mate,
God.
they're everywhere. But yeah, I went to see Kevin Bloody Wilson.
You did
the other week.
Yeah, you did go and see Kevin Bloody Wilson.
I did with Nad. What do we? Any questions on that, or would you like me to tell you how it was?
So how I have heard of Kevin Bloody Wilson, and hasn't he done like novelty Christmas songs?
Yes.
And stuff like that. You know, like novelty stuff.
Yeah.
And like taking the piss out of like Christmas and.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I didn't he release like an album of joke Christmas songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think he's probably released.
22 albums now.
Is it 22?
Yeah. He's had a few. He's 88 years old. I'm sure he's 88 years old. I'm sure that's what he said now. He's 88. He's been going since the 70s with his stuff. It's not aged well, FYI.
Is it a bit like Roy Chubby Brown?
Not as bad.
And Jeffro, bless his soul.
Not as bad, yeah, but it's definitely of that ilk. So you're not allowed to record in there because of that reason. I mean,
I think a lot of comedians are doing that. Like I said, can continue, but I think a lot of people.
Yeah. So they do. Yeah, a lot of them do that, and that's because a lot of people get offended easily. Like the people that will probably be offended over my teardrop joke. I mean, not that I give a shit, but. So he's done novelty songs. He's done Santa Claus, Where's Me Fucking Bike? Hey, Santa Claus,
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Santa Claus, Where's Me Fucking Bike?
Yeah, exactly that one.
That was a really shit Australian accent, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Should we try it? Go on, you try it. Go on.
Well, you go first.
All right. Hey, Santa Claus, where's me fucking bike?
Hey, Santa Claus, where's me fucking bike?
That's pretty good actually. I think. Let us know whose is better.
But yeah, where did you go and see old Kevin Bloody Wilson?
What was it called? I think it was the Assembly Hall in Tunbridge Wells.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, by the police station. That was good. Loads of stairs. I mean, Christ alive, the amount of stairs in that place. But yeah, no, it was nice. It was good. It was packed out.
That's always good.
Everyone had a laugh.
I suppose you'd expect to be packed out. He's been doing it for like 30 years.
Yes, yeah. He's got a song called Dilly Gaff, which is "Do I Look Like I Give a Fuck?" So I got the hat, obviously, because that should just be my mantra.
Oh yeah, 100%. If there's anyone that I know that is no fucks given, it is 100% you, Brev.
It is, and do you know what I've been doing recently? So my daughter has inherited that.
Yeah.
And so whenever she does something that's a bit like, ooh, I just go, sorry about that. That's my fault. Sorry about that.
That's all me. That's all me.
Yeah. And the other day, she said something, and she goes, "Are you going to apologise now because I've said something? Are you going to say I'm sorry about that?" And so she even knows that I say that when she says that.
Yeah, she's self-aware enough that she.
Yeah.
But I suppose she's getting a bit like Connor. She's getting to that age, isn't she? They're both 14 in the next 3 months, give or take. So they're getting to that age where they are self-aware and
it's funny.
They're just little adults.
Yeah. She's funny with it. I let her get away with it because I want her to be able to fight her corner.
Yeah.
She's got the wit. I have warned her that obviously you get Neanderthals. So like if you say something witty to someone that's a bit thick, they're just going to try and punch your head in. Do you know what I mean?
Because they don't understand.
Yeah, and then obviously.
What you say to me?
What do I say? And the thing is as well, if you then double down and go,
Timmy hit girl.
Yeah, if you double down and then go, what's the matter? I can't think of a comeback because you're stupid. then you're doubly in trouble. Yeah. So yeah, but again, she's going to be a dilly gaff. She's not. She doesn't care. She really does not care. But anyway, I've digressed into that. But yeah, so it was good. I would like to see more comedians.
Yeah, I'd like to circling back to your point about the. So we love a bit of circling back, don't we?
We love those. We need to just squeeze. We need to have a bingo card. We should do that. We'll draw one up. We'll get Nad to do it because she's good at that sort of thing. And then we can have a bingo card of words. So circling
words and phrases.
Yeah, we can try and sneak them in there, business terms. Yeah. Or equally, every time you hear us say circling back, you can drink.
Yeah, that's a good point. Every time you hear circling back, you can have a drink. But yeah, circling back to what you were saying about the about the not recording. So me and my old man, we went and saw Mickey Flanagan at the O2.
Oh, did you? I remember you talking about.
Yeah, I think it was it was probably about a year and a half ago now. May have even been 2 years.
So you went out.
Yeah, we went out down London, up to London town.
Went to see Mickey, did you?
Bowled about, went to the O2, sat right up in the fucking rafters. We were miles away, couldn't even see him. Could barely see him on the fucking big screen. It was that far away.
Yeah.
But like so with regards to
walk like that, didn't you?
Yeah,
I can't do the Cockney walk.
He bowls about. For the audio listeners, we're just bopping in our chairs. But he bowls about. You know, Mickey, geezer.
How many buttons did you have undone? You had the right amount of buttons undone, didn't you? Because you have too many. You're a cunt. Sorry, mate. Continue.
So when we got there, I don't know if it was because it was the O2 or if he was doing it at all shows. I don't know if because he was doing the arenas there. At that point, he was kind of doing not arenas, but he was doing like the big rooms.
I mean, he's a funny guy.
Oh,
he's arena all day.
Like I said, my dad's family are all from London. They're all Londoners, and they fucking love Mickey. Yeah. Love him to death.
They're all from South, don't they?
Yeah. They're all from like South. Yeah, southeast.
All from South.
Down south. But yeah. So when we got there, you had to put your phone on flight mode, and then as you walked through the scanny things where they make sure you've got no sharp objects so you can do naughty things. Yeah. So they scan you, and then you have to put your phone into a locked bag. You keep the bag. But the bag is. But you can't have your phone. The only way you can have your phone is when you're on the. What's it called? You know, when you're like not the boardwalk. It's when you're like outside the room where the. I can't remember what it's called now, but there is a name.
Mezzanine?
No. Like you know where you've got the doors in, so you got the.
I feel like it's Christmas already. I feel like we're playing charades. Charades or charades?
It's a film. It's two words, but the concourse. The concourse.
Oh,
that's
concourse.
What it is, the concourse.
Similar to mezzanine, but it's a concourse.
So when you say out on the concourse where they've got the vendors. Yeah. So you can buy.
Where they've got the what? The vendors.
Yeah, the vendors.
I thought you said benders. I was about to say that's not PC.
Well, there might be. I don't know. Who am I to judge? but where you
they got smooth legs? Are they allowed tattoos?
And tattoos. Yeah. But when you're on the concourse, so where you've got like the vendors where you can like buy popcorn and alcohol and what have you. Yeah. There's like around like where you can stand and where you can actually vape inside the O2.
Can you?
Yeah, you can vape in there. Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's little kind of like cutouts where you can and there's a little person in there and he or she or they or it or they them, whatever you want to call them, he, she, trans, whatever. They can then.
Oh, no, we're really covering the bases.
We are covering. Well, you started it. they have like a little machine or something, and it opens your bag, so you can. But you can't leave this little sectioned off area with your phone. Otherwise, they attack you. so you have to stand in there. You get your phone out. They attack you. They jump on you and put your phone back in the bag. And then, so you have to use your phone in there. Right. Obviously, the signal's shit. Yeah. And but I don't know if you've been to the O2 before or been there to watch a show, right?
Yeah, I have.
So me and my dad, we walked up, we did the whole stupid phone thing. Right. I get it because obviously, if people record the show, clips get out. And the punchlines get ruined exactly. So I do get it. It's a ball ache, but I do get it. I do understand it. Yeah. And so me and my dad, we go upstairs up the escalator. Yeah. And I go to my dad, like, let's get a couple of beers. We'll get a couple of beers.
How do you say it?
Get a couple of beers.
A couple of beers.
Couple of beers. You're
Get
paying.
the beers in, Dad.
Let's get a couple of beers, Dad. You're fucking paying. I'm not, because I bought the tickets. This is your birthday. You can buy me a beer. So we go out to the chavvy behind the counter.
Yeah.
And we go to, and obviously they've got a shit selection of I think we got 2 bottles. It wasn't even pints. We got 2 bottles.
£50 later.
So we say to the guy, can we have two buds? And me and my dad, we're chatting, we're talking.
Yeah.
He gets the buds and what have you, and he turns around to us and goes, that'd be £17.50. And me and my dad, this poor guy, because he just stood there, he's just doing his job. And listen, so he goes to me and my dad, he goes, that'd be £17.50. And literally, so me and my dad are looking here, and then we look at each other, and we just wet ourselves. Like, we just burst out laughing. It's like, you go 70-50, and like I said, we just wet ourselves. And like, I was like, we're sorry, mate. We know it's not your fault, but that is fucking hilarious.
Did you go full dad joke and go, is this part of the show? Is those prices, mate, are a joke?
No, because we weren't with you.
Oh, right.
So obviously, we bought the beers and we had a chuckle about it. My dad paid for them, I didn't pay for them, but because I ain't paying that price. And funny enough, we only had one each, so we weren't buying them again.
Where did you go? Oh, you bought a score out?
Yeah, pretty hard for saying like that. Tight bastard. But when it comes to money, my dad is tight unless it's to do with playing golf. But
I don't know. I've not experienced that. For me, your parents have always been really good to me, so I can't comment on that. However, you being the son of both of them, you can say what you like, but I can't.
No, you can't comment on that. But again, like, amazing show. She had a really good, a really good support out. Like my dad didn't know, but because I listen to a lot of comedy podcasts, so I knew who his support act was. A guy called Ishan Akbar, and he's a Bangladeshi comedian, and he's so funny.
I wouldn't have guessed that, to be honest.
Like, he's hilarious. Like he's genuinely really good, and it was a bit of a shame really, because I think on one of the shows he did the tour support for the O2, and I think there was a little bit of trouble, or people were like slagging him off, and it was like there was like a little collection of people slagging him off, and it was just like, shut up, you dickheads. The guy's doing a job, and he's a funny cunt. He's really good. But on the night we went, it's so fucking typical. Like you won't be surprised when I tell you. Right, so on the night that we went, it must have been like halfway through the show, 3/4 of the way through the show, and obviously you know the demographic of Mickey Fanny fans, geezers,
of course,
proper London geezers.
So you got 2 salts, didn't you? So you had the one in there like that, and then you had the one in there like that. You got the one that talked, a bit of geezer that talks like that, and then his mate who talks like this. It's like 2 of them. They're almost like Chaz and Dave. So they all sat there with the right amount of buttons undone.
So ready to go out, and some obviously me and Dad, we're up in the rafters, we're back here, Mickey's down there somewhere, barely see him, because they can't even see him on the screen.
See everyone doing that to their seat.
He's like a little ant down. We're so fucking far away. He's like an ant. But anyway, so we're up in the rafters, and this fight breaks out. So obviously, so Mickey's got to stop the show, and like I'm not joking. The stage is kind of obviously the stage is in the middle, and then to like the right of the stage. To our right, so to Mickey's left on the stage, a random fight breaks out, and like got no idea what's going on. And so Mickey stops the show, and he's like you all right up there? like you fucking idiots! Like what, he was like, calm down, to be fair, obviously. He must have seen it hundreds of times. He must have seen it loads of times.
Oh yeah.
So he stops the show, and he's just like. What
are you doing?
What are you doing? We're all here for a good time. Why are you getting all leery for? The trouble is, you don't see what happens because obviously they don't put the lights up or anything like that. And I think obviously, Jeff, I'm guessing you heard a bit of shout. And I think a few lads got. I don't know if it was someone probably fucking spilled a drink.
There's always a couple, mate. To be honest with you, and that's the thing. And he would have. Yeah, obviously he's going to make light of that because growing up where he grew up. He was probably seeing stuff like that outside the booze. He probably had to just walk past and go home. Do you know what I mean? 100%. He just learned to ignore it. I talk to people that live in London. I work with a lady called Alicia, and she would tell me about how worried she was about getting stabbed on the train, and then simultaneously tell me about how great living in London was. And I'm like, well, hang on a minute. So you're worried about getting the train because you might get.
Would that be an oxymoron? Not her, but what she said.
I was going to say, she's pretty intelligent. I wouldn't call her a moron.
Yeah, no. but I think, isn't that an oxymoron where you say something's good but bad at the same time? Is that an oxymoron?
I'm not sure. Did you want to Google it? Oh, you can't. Your phone's recorded. I mean, I can Google it now if you want me to.
No, I'd rather not know.
No. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I like the mystique of not knowing.
The mystique.
The mystique. I like, yeah. I don't want to be proved wrong. So.
Well, I mean,
but I will die on this hill. I'm sure that's an oxymoron.
You will die on every hill, mate. You will. So
like I said, I don't know about you, but obviously we're big podcast fans, and obviously that's why we, partly why we decided to start a podcast. We want to do what the people that we love watching. We want to do the same as them, and hopefully have the same success, so on and so forth. But I don't know about you. Exactly. I know you're obviously you're a history nut. You're a car nut. So you watch more, I suppose, more factual podcasts, more things about what you're genuinely interested in, subject matter. Yeah. Whereas I'm very much a comedy podcast. Yeah. Like I said, my favourite podcast is the Have a Word podcast with Adam Rowe and Dan Nightingale. Like I would love to go and see them live. Yeah. And like I said, I've always missed. Like I said, I love the podcast so much that I'm a patron. I'm a patron, so I pay monthly to get extra stuff. Like that's how much I rate them.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, for me, like I've got a couple. I've got The Rest Is History, which I love.
Yeah. That's Goalhanger, isn't it? That's Gary.
Yes, Goalhanger.
Yeah. So I listen. Like I said, my podcast. If you look for my podcast, it's comedies and football. Yeah. So it will be like Have a Word or Hot Water's Green Room, and then. Stick to football and the rest is football. Yeah. They're generally that's generally like my weekly kind of.
So like
weekly rotate. I'll listen to like each one every different day of the week.
Since changing jobs, obviously I've got a lot to catch up on. But so I listened to Smith and Sniff, which is obviously the car. So it's Richard Porter, who was formerly of Top Gear, and Johnny Smith, who was on Fifth Gear. Sorry to interrupt.
Did you see the Quentin Wilson pass away? He was the original Top Gear. I saw it the other day. I think he had like a brief battle with cancer.
Well, apparently
sadly lost.
So that was on the Smith and Stiff thing, and apparently So apparently he so Richard Porter used to work with him as well. Yeah. And apparently he was really nice to him, and he gave him the confidence. And he said to me, I've been there like 2 years at this point, like working for him, and he was still really nice to me. Yeah. He read my scripts, and he said he gave me the confidence to then go on and do Top Gear, which we know with Clarkson, Hammond and May.
The OGs.
Yeah.
The goats.
And so if Quentin Wilson hadn't have given Richard Porter the confidence to write the scripts and to be involved in that way, then Top Gear might not have happened in the way that we know it. Yeah. So he's, and literally, and again, like Johnny Smith again on there was like, he was great. He was always great to me. Gave me priceless advice. So he he's going to be missed. And I'll tell you who else will be missed eventually is Mike Brewer. I don't know if you know Mike Brewer.
Is he the one that does he does the car show with...
Hold out your hand, son. You've got a deal.
With
he does car shows,
what's he, the guy, the mechanics ain't China?
It's changed since then. So it's gone to Anstead, and now it's, what's his name? Elvis Priestley.
Elvis Priestley.
But who was the other guy? Mark Elvis Priestley.
Ed
China.
That was it, Ed China.
Ed China. Me old China.
Me old China.
Me old China.
Apple and pears.
Eat your dinner from the left to the right, Ed. Anyway, so that was, he's going to be missed, and it is sad. So Smith and Sniff I listen to. Yeah. The rest is history. We Have Ways of Making You Talk is another one, which is Al Murray, and that's a World War II one. But I do controversially, I like listening to Joe Rogan, and for the main reason for me, because there is obviously some, you've got to take it with a pinch of salt and read between the lines, but you are the gatekeeper. There are no gatekeepers anymore. Because obviously legacy media isn't a thing. Like we're here now doing our podcast, right? Yeah. There's people out there. You have to be able to filter your own information, right?
Oh, of course you do.
So I'll listen to Joe Rogan, for example, and I'll make my own mind up. I'll use logic, and the problem comes when you don't do that. And there's a lot of people that take everything verbatim. And that's the problem. You can't do that anymore. You have to be your own gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Because the gatekeepers are gone. The internet is this massive thing. We've got AI now. Yeah. We've got quantum computing coming soon. Sorry to get geeky. It's whatever. So you have to be your own gatekeeper.
Yeah.
And so
self-censor.
Self-censor, exactly. So I'll listen to Joe Rogan for the pure reason that he lets people talk. Yeah. He will get them on, and he said this as well. No, I don't care who it is. I'll get them on, and I will let them talk. And that's what you want. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want it cut like the BBC complaining that Trump didn't accept their apology. Well, yeah, because you cut a video to make him look like he was inciting violence. What do you expect? Well, you want him to say sorry to you.
Let's be fair. The BBC can't really comment on anything. When you look at Jimmy Savile, Rolf Harris, the list fucking goes on. Yeah. They're hardly they are hardly the flag bearers of any fucking standard. I'm sorry. I appreciate the BBC is a massive, generally respected. British establishment institution, darling.
Yeah,
institution. So, and I appreciate that. And don't be wrong. There's like David Attenborough, for example, absolute legend of man. And the day that he dies, I will cry like a baby because no one, there will be no point watching for the rest of time. There will be no point watching animal documentaries because it won't
be the same. Mind you, AI, they'll do it with AI, won't they? They'll use his voice.
I'd rather they do that than get Joe Bloggs to do it. Yeah. But what I was going to say, before you listen to these other incredible podcasts, finish this one first, please, and then go to those ones.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Exactly that.
But another thing that's been really gripping my shit recently. Like that just winds me up.
That is a vivid image.
I heard that.
Are you washing your hands?
I heard that turn of phrase recently, and it's just stuck with me.
Is it stuck with you like shit to a blanket?
Poor choice of words, but it's stuck to me. Like what really grips my shit, and like I said, I see it all the time when I'm out walking my absolute demon of a dog, who I'm sure we'll talk about at some point in the future because she is a fucking bellend. Yeah. Of the highest order.
Doesn't like me. Like every dog.
She doesn't fucking like anyone.
Genuinely, every dog I've ever met is aggressive dogs, big dogs, small dogs, whatever. No problem with me at all. I am the dog guru. That thing just will not have it. And I'm like, what is going on here?
She is a cock. I don't want to talk about her now because she winds me up.
Anyway, what's gripping your shit?
The thing that is gripping my shit at the moment and is like I say, I see it a lot. Like I say, when I'm walking my dickhead of a dog, one of them, the older one is fantastic. The new puppy one is a twat. We love her. She's my dog now.
That's an oxymoron.
That is an oxymoron.
She's a twat, but you love her.
I do. That is the definition of an oxymoron. Don't quote me.
Hopefully.
Don't quote me on that. But yeah, so what really grips my shit at the moment? Oh, I love that phrase. What really grips my shit at the moment?
Makes me feel a bit sick.
is fucking novelty welcome mats. If you've got a welcome mat that says "Don't come in without gin" or "Live, love, laugh" or "Don't worry about the wife, it's the kids," or "Don't worry about the dog, it's the wife," go and fuck yourself. You pathetic excuse of a human being.
That's a bit strong.
It just,
Mine says hello.
That's
fine. Is that acceptable?
It can say, if it says hello or welcome, clues in the fucking name.
About
welcome, Matt.
Yeah. What about if it's Christmas and it says ho ho ho?
Fuck off. is what I said. No, because that's
fair enough.
Right,
so we're safe now. Our one says hello.
Because that's novelty. Ho 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 is a festive novelty welcome. I appreciate this is an irrational, pointless, doesn't affect my life in any way, shape, or form.
I'd love to check your blood pressure now, though.
I appreciate it is completely irrational and it shouldn't bother me as much as it does.
Yeah.
But like I said, when I'm walking around, like I say, walking my dogs, and you walk past houses and you see these stupid welcome mats.
Oh no, mate!
It just
I kind of agree with you.
It just winds me up because I kind of think like for me personally, a welcome mat.
Yeah.
Is like you know.
It's a welcome mat.
Yes, but for me, but for me personally, like a welcome mat or something like that, like that is the pre-introduction before you meet the person that owns the house or lives there.
Who never lives by any of the things that are on there. Have you noticed that? So like they have
live, laugh, love.
That one, yeah. And then they open the door and they're in a fag burnt tracksuit. And
it's just
a messy, greasy bun.
Yeah, some old troll.
Kyron, don't do that. Yeah, oh, sorry, I just sit down.
You know, that sort of thing. Like that. And it's like, you know, well, let's put it this way. You ain't living up to what you've got.
No. But the thing is, that particular one is, like, live, love, laugh, I'm sorry, is the biggest cringe phrase in existence. Because all it is, I can guarantee you, if you walk up to a house and it's got a welcome mat that says live, love, laugh, I will guarantee you, I would put fucking money on it. When you walk through that door, it's all grey, crushed velvet, and is owned by an absolute skanky tramp. Maybe not skanky. I'm sorry, but
so what you're saying is it's Belinda who's got these 2 kids and the old man left a few months ago and she's doing OnlyFans to get by.
Yeah,
one of them. But she's got all these virtue signals all over the wall and on the welcome mat, but she don't live by them at all.
It's some random chavvy called Caris. I can guarantee you, crushed velvet. They've got like grey on the walls, fucking the mirrors everywhere. You know the ones that are so you've got the mirror in the middle, and then it's almost like the handprints, and it's almost from the OnlyFans recording, and then I'm not just singling out those dickheads that have the novelty welcome mats.
Yeah.
It's just novelty stuff in general.
Yeah, it's the cringe.
Oh, it just does me in.
Yeah.
Does me in.
But the older you get, the less tolerance you have for that sort of thing, and I think that's what it is. You're reaching that point. I mean, for me, I've always been an old soul. So
that's
always bothered me.
You've always been an old head on young aging shoulders.
Aging. Okay, good.
Yeah, as I said, an old head on young, ageing shoulders.
Thanks for reiterating that for me. Yeah, I mean, are you finished going in 2-footed on people with novelty welcome mats?
Yeah. I'm done. I'm done now. I think my point is fair and valid.
I think so.
I will die on that hill, because I think if you've got a novelty welcome mat, you are a bellend.
Thanks. Thanks for clearing that up. Okay. Well, in that case, then have you?
So we've actually had some listener submissions.
Oh. Okay.
So, as you know, last week we put out a call to action, asked people to send in their would you rathers, confessions, things that annoy them. Right. Hopefully there'll be some like-minded people like me that don't like novelty welcome mats.
Yeah, and we doing a petition and having it brought up in Parliament.
Yeah, we can do that. If enough people want to do it.
I'm not doing that.
No, fine.
You can do that if you want.
Well, you do normally send me stupid.
Oh, do you remember I did that one for, but just quickly before we get into this, fences, because everyone's over 6 foot now. Do you not know this? I had people in stitches at work. I said I'm sick of sitting in my front room and watching these people.
Watching some beanpole
past my fence like this, looking in my window. I'm like, and
I'm
legally,
trying to have a wank here. Stop looking in the window.
Exactly. Anyway, so legally, you can't have over a 6 foot fence. So you can have trellis.
I thought you could.
No.
Don't 10-foot fences exist? It's your fucking house.
No, it's illegal.
Why? It's your fucking house.
I don't know why. It's the law.
How can it be illegal if it's in your boundary?
I'm sure it's an infringement on, and the local council can have you take it. I'm not sure if it's to do with police. If there's a police chase or they're chasing someone, they can't get into the garden.
Well, surely if the fence is higher, the suspect can't climb over it.
I don't know what it is, right? But I know that 6 foot is the cap.
Okay,
right?
fair enough. I won't look into this.
I might be wrong.
I won't look into it, but I think you're wrong.
So I was going to start a petition to raise the height of the fence, just so I could sit in my front room and not have people looking. Sorry, mate.
While you're playing with your plonker.
Yeah.
Right,
while I'm having a danger wank.
Danger wank. Well, you called the missus to say, come back from the shops, love.
What, misty boy?
Right, so as I said, we've had some listener submissions. I've got a couple of would you rathers here.
Would you rathers?
Would you rathers? Like I don't know. It's the first one, so they're a little bit tame. I thought the first one was quite funny, personally. So this is from a geezer called John.
I'm a geezer. Right, is he a geezer? Is he a South geezer? Is he a South geezer?
I don't
or
know.
is he from East London?
I don't know. He's just put his name as John. He hasn't put my name's John Geezer from South East London, bruv. You want some? I'll give it you. So no.
That's Wildstone.
Well, that's in London as well, isn't it? Wildstone.
I
I think the old Wildstone Raider. He's a legend.
Yeah,
Anyway,
sorry, go on.
shut up. Right. So this is a would. So we've got 3 would you rather. So this one's from John. John Geezer.
Hello, John.
He said, "Would you rather?" Right.
Are you pitching this to me?
Yeah. Right. We're both fine, but obviously I've already read them, so I know. So I want your natural reaction because you don't know what these say.
Right. Okay.
So because I've done the prep.
Right.
So this is from John Geezer, London. We don't know that. I just made that up. So it says, would you rather?
Come on! You made me.
I will get it out.
Serious. Get it out.
I'm building the suspense. Would you rather fight a goose every morning?
A brother goose.
Would you rather fight a goose every morning or a horse once a year, but the horse knows that it's coming for you? So you've got to fight a goose every morning for the rest of your life.
Right.
So when, like, obviously you're 36 now, but when you're 80, that might get difficult.
Yeah.
Or you fight a horse once a year.
Right.
But so you've got a year to prepare.
Yeah.
But the horse knows it's coming for you. The horse knows that it's going to fuck you up.
Right.
So what?
That's a doozy, isn't it? Because well, it depends if it's a goose or a brother goose. If it's a brother goose, you know what I mean, with his shank, I think I'll leave that.
There's no weapons. There's no weapons involved.
No weapons involved.
Well, he doesn't.
Just a sharp beak.
He doesn't explicitly state that, but I'm making the rules up.
Right,
So
okay.
you can't have a weapon. You can't have a weapon, and the goose can't have a weapon.
I am a fucking weapon.
Geezer.
I think a horse once a year, because geese are. I mean.
Yeah, but
they are leery, mate.
They are leery, but a horse could, if at full pelt, if that you're dead, Bev. Like you are dead.
Bev.
I was trying to say Brev. You like if that horse, he knows he's coming for you. Like a horse, so he jumps the pad. He jumps at the. Yeah, exactly. He's coming for the. Yeah, he's coming for you. So the cheeky horse, he jumps. I don't know. 1st of January. To make it New Year's Day.
Does he write me a note? I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, and I ain't horsing around.
All it is hoof prints. He's jumping over the fence and he's fucking running at you. He knows where you live.
So where you live is he got GPS?
Yeah. So he's jumping his butt. 1st of January, 8 o'clock in the morning. He's right. I'm having that prick. Over the fence, down the road, through the fields. He's at your front door. He knows where you come.
What type of horse is it?
It doesn't say. I'm going to.
Is it a Shetland?
No, that's a pony. That's not a horse.
What are you going to say? What is it going to be a racehorse? I don't know the names.
Well,
You should know what types of horses there are.
It's just going to be a normal horse, just a bog standard horse.
Right, I'm going to fight the goose then. I'll fight the goose
Fine.
every day.
I would have to agree because you can grab it by the fucking neck.
Yeah.
Throttle it.
I'd love to see you try. Yeah, that's going to be a content clip. We'll go down to Hever and we'll see if you can grab a goose by the neck.
That may well go viral, and we may get unwanted attention from Peter, the animal charity. I don't think.
Not Pete, our friend.
No,
Peter.
No. Yeah, Peter, right. the animal charity. Right, you ready for the next one?
I'm ready for the next one, mate.
Right, so this one is from, I'm assuming, a lovely lady called Kate.
Kate.
I'm assuming.
Okay.
May not be lovely, but I'm assuming she is. She said, would you rather have to explain your most embarrassing kink on live TV or have your worst ex explain it for you? So you've got to explain it on live TV so you can kind of jazz it up a little bit. Yeah, I like a little bit of water sports, you know, I'm a progressive man.
I like water sports.
Or
yeah, I like to have a towel over my face and then have water put on it.
Or your most hated ex, like your ex, he or her despises you.
He or her.
They absolutely despise you.
Okay, well,
and they're explaining how you like water sports.
I don't actually have an ex that despises
Right.
me.
So, right. Can you like?
Do I just have to buy into this then?
Yeah.
This is the
whole point.
Right. Okay.
Funnily enough, these aren't real and haven't happened. So you can buy into that. You can immerse yourself. Buy into them.
All right. Okay. I'd just rather explain it on TV because I'm not really ashamed of anything, to be honest with you.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah, I know what your answer is.
I
mate.
don't know.
You can't even admit that you like Pokemon.
No,
so you ain't going to admit that you like a finger up your ass, are you?
yeah, pegging. Yeah, so
big blue rubber dicks for everyone.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
People demand
I'm
rubber
going to have
dicks.
to watch that. I haven't watched that. That's American Pie 2.
American Pie 2,
I haven't watched
yeah.
that for years.
Oh,
I'm
it's so
going to
good.
have to watch that.
Yeah.
Right. And then let me have a look.
Stay away from that Vicus. That's a jizz-free Vicus. Sorry, mate. Go on.
Right, and then the last one is from. So the last one, another chap, dying out. These people, dying breed.
Right.
So this is from a chap called Gary, dying out. He's dying out. The name's dying out. Gary, Nigel. There'll be another 10, 15 years. There'll be no babies called Nigel or Gary. That's a fact.
It's a bit sad, isn't it?
Fact.
Who's going to be your mechanic if you've got no Nigels?
No Nigels and Garys. Well, I suppose it'd be like something like Mark
fuck
or
Gary.
something.
Who gives a fuck about Gary?
It'd be like Mark or John, wouldn't it? They're reliable mechanics, aren't they?
I don't know.
Mick.
But there's names going around these days like Jackson and Sunflower.
Sunflower. Sunflower, darling, come here, Sunflower. Oh, Sunflower.
Sorry, yeah, go on.
So yes, so I've saved arguably the best or worst till last, I suppose. So this one's from Gary, and he says, would you rather, right, obviously, sit on a warm toilet seat someone has just left? This is a public toilet, so you don't know who sat on it. So you've walked into the toilet, they've walked out. It could be some beautiful human being, or it could be some absolute rancid troll that is just sat on that toilet.
Well, we know that it's going to be the latter. But
Would you rather sit on a toilet seat, someone's just left, so you don't see the person, so you don't know what germs they have or anything like that, or a freezing cold one that feels unused for 3 weeks? See, I'm going to ask this first because I quite like a warm toilet seat.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you just like preheat it in the oven and then put it back on again? Or?
No. What?
No. I've got like a detachable one. You know, like you just push. It's easier to clean.
What, toilet seat?
Yeah, you just push 2 buttons on the side and it lifts off. I don't have to screw it on and off.
Yeah, I just screwed on. Like, you're living in the fucking in the future, bruv.
Yeah.
like. I'm
living in 2026, son.
You need to get a Japanese toilet. They do the
Yeah,
they do the old water up the arse,
Courtesy spray, yeah.
Courtesy spray. You know, they clean your bollocks, dry it all off.
It's like that with a towel. Like.
Yeah, just some little Japanese man in the back of the toilet.
Like a powder.
Just goes. Just gives it a wipe down.
Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, wax on, wax off. A little. Oh, there you go, sir. Suit you.
Sorry, you were going to answer this first. Go on.
So I would probably be partial to a slightly warmer toilet because there's nothing worse than when you're busting for a shit and you run into the cubicle and you sit down, especially if it's like one of those like public toilets that are not outside, but in like a high street where it's just kind of like a toilet block. So, and there's no door, there's no like external door, so it's just freezing cold, and it's got like the stupid little bits of wood that are like. That are physically kind of fused to the toilet bowl so that they can't be stolen or broken, and like you sit on them and it is like
you're almost levitating.
But you sit down on it and it is fucking freezing and your bollocks shrivel up, your ass just no, not for me.
I've got an answer for that. I know.
I feel we're spending a lot of time on this last one.
Well, you've got to make the right answer, haven't you? But I 100% would choose the warm seat because I found out a couple of years ago that
this is interesting.
You can get piles if you sit on things that are cold.
Yeah, but I think it's probably for like a long period of time. It's not going to be a quick 5 seconds.
Yeah, well,
bang,
to be honest with you, I would try and avoid sitting on it. I'd probably try and stand on it and squat. As long as I wasn't spraying, you know what I mean?
Yeah. just mucking everywhere. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, so they were our first submissions. If you want anything read out on the podcast, whether it's like I say, would you rather's, confessions, if you want us to read out any of your submissions, like I say, so confessions, would you rather's, things that annoy you, so like your pet peeves, your icks, red flags, green flags, whatever it may be. Like I say, if you want us to give you some advice, it will more than likely be wrong, so I wouldn't take it as gospel, but we're more than happy to give you our unfiltered opinion.
Yeah.
Like I say, feel free to email us. Email us at the Nobody's Podcast. The Nobody's Pod. Nobody'sPod2025@gmail.com.
Got there in the end.
Comment, got there in the end. Just to repeat it now, I remember it because I got it wrong last week. The Nobody'sPod2025@gmail.com. Comment on all the posts on TikTok and Instagram. The Nobody's Podcast. Like I say, let us know what. Put your comments down there with things you want us to read out and say and discuss. Like I said, we want to hear from you. We want to interact with you guys. We want to hear your. We want you to interact with us. Like I said, we want to hear your confessions, so on and so forth. We want to hear your deepest, darkest secrets. We'll keep you anonymous if you want us to, but we want to hear from you. So please do get in touch.
Yeah, great. Yeah, perfect. So keep in touch, and that about wraps it up.
Yeah. So thank you for listening,
and we'll catch you in the next one.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.